is the true purpose of commentary? Because if it's social action and not just social thought, then there are a few things in the way of it actualizing its purpose. I am currently fascinated with studying Black masculinity. Specifically how we, as cis Black men, can create and popularize a version of masculinity that doesn't perpetuate a cycle of trauma and violence. I'm captivated by the idea of being able to create and execute a masculinity that solves problems instead of creating them, especially in my own personal community. This captivation was sparked in great part by FD the Signifier here on YouTube. He is a living example of what I would deem to be healthy masculinity. He is a critical thinker that does not use his ability to critical think as a way to create the illusion of inimitable intelligence and excellence. He comes off as grounded and down to earth with a gentle masculine presence. In fact, he reminds me of another man that I've come across in my YouTube research of masculinity, Robert Lee Clemens, aka the father of Alice Nervaez. Through my binging of Alice's older Veda videos, or video every day of April, I've been able to identify the same kind of down-to-earth presence that I've identified in FG the Signifier. Now, at the time of writing this script, I'm quite young. The commentary that I've consumed from both of these individuals has thoroughly convinced me that I want to be the type of father that these two examples of masculinity are. Gentle, observant, insightful, and funny. They got jokes, y'all. I'm being serious.
His next question, or I'm assuming
This ain't no genie, you know.
His next question is, do you enjoy being a dad and why?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, the cookout is closed for new invitations. New invitations are on indefinite hiatus. If you think you've been invited to the cookout at any point in time since then, I'm just letting you know that it's probably a counterfeit invitation and you need to check back with us after COVID, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not looking too good.
They have both led me to ask the greater questions, such as, how can I embody the same kind of gentle, problem-solving masculinity that I mentioned at the beginning of this video? I wouldn't even have thought to ask that question if it hadn't been for the content released by Alice Nervaez and FD the Signifier. This deep moral questioning is the reason that I believe commentary YouTube exists. However, although it is quite possible to make one's audience ask themselves these deeper questions while being entertaining, see the people mentioned above, and I absolutely agree that people should be paid for the laborious amount of work that goes into commentary, I have to question the effects of commodifying these videos that lead to this deeper questioning and ultimately a deeper understanding. Is the way that this type of content being pushed out on a schedule by so many people with so little time to actually ponder the concepts behind the videos as productive as it seems? Of course, there's the fact that these videos can be paused and replayed, but it seems to be a never-ending cycle of highly dense information that ultimately leads to sensory overload. I can attest to the feeling of wanting to watch highly intelligent people like Khadijah Mbo, Shan Spear, Kimberly Nicole Foster, Micah the Selenial, Emergency, CJ the X, and many other creators in this zeitgeist commentary community on YouTube. But feeling overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information in the limited time in the day. Now, I can't highlight this problem without trying to suggest solutions, right? I'm already trying to improve my masculinity. So here's my suggestion based on my own personal experiences. I understand that YouTube serves as a platform for entertainment purposes. But when it comes to dissecting the gargantuan amount of content that is actually on commentary YouTube, videos should be utilized for personal research. Like how I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I absolutely believe that we should continue to support our favorite creators. But most viewers of commentary watch every video for actionable steps to take towards a more equitable future. And there seems to be a common belief in the space of bourgeois liberals, which I am not insulting liberals. I just happen to be more of a left-leaning individual and not like a left Millie Rock and Nene and Wit and like into the left individual. That all commentary should be taken seriously to the full out extent. And I just felt that I should point out how impossible that is and how tedious it can be trying to do that. I obviously, do not have all of the answers. And there are still things that need to be considered, like the way creators need to constantly funnel into the algorithm to be rewarded, and how that contributes to the feeling of there not being enough time in the day to watch as much content as you want to or believe that you should watch. The psychological effects of consuming so much content without retaining much of the research, and how that contributes to the highly repetitive talking points in progressive circles, and so many other things. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on the matter. I cannot wait to see what other opinions people have in the comment section, because I know y'all got something to say. I have victoriously finished another video, and until the next one, espero que tengas un buen día.